Enough Already is the new book out by Valerie Bertinelli. I'm listening to it on audiobook. She does a fabulous job of bringing you into her inner circle of relationships with her family, with her son, and with her ex-husband, Eddie Van Halen, with his mother, her mother-in-law, with her mother. Makes you feel like you're a fly on the wall, seeing all this go on. Almost makes you feel like you're part of her family. She does a fabulous job. She reads the book herself, so if you know who she is and if you've seen any of her television programs, then the voice is a familiar voice. Wonderful job. It makes me think of my relationship with Jesus Christ, really. When I was younger, I would hear that as a person grows older, their religion takes on a new meaning to them because they are approaching death. As they get older, they get closer to their death, supposedly, and that they start realizing their own mortality and that someday they're going to die, and they start thinking about what happens after that. Well, I think there's a lot of truth to that, but I don't think that's the only reason that the religion starts to take on more meaning to them. It's almost like when you are married to somebody, the longer you're in that marriage with them, that other person grows on you and your relationship becomes deeper. And in the very same respect, even though I was a committed Christian in my 20s and have been involved in the work, in the gospel work since then, my relationship with Christ has grown and takes on a greater meaning as I grow older. In 12-step programs, they often have a slogan that says, to keep it, you got to give it away. And I have found that my relationship with Christ becomes very much deeper as I walk other people through the gospel story. Sitting down with somebody one-on-one or in a small group and going through one of the gospels, Matthew or John, chapter by chapter, looking at a Bible story, talking about that Bible story. To me, when I was younger, it was kind of academic, like sitting in U.S. history class. I was learning facts about Jesus. As I have grown older, I have become more empathetic, where I actually start to feel the emotions of what Jesus must have been feeling in this situation, or what the Apostle John must have been feeling, or what Peter must have been feeling, or even what Judas must have been feeling. And so that emotional component of the relationship with Christ has grown and has developed as I have grown older. Valerie Bertinelli, in her book, expresses that she feels like she's missing something. And she has what appears to be a very honest heart and has looked for answers in a lot of places, including spirituality. She was raised a Roman Catholic, but I think that's what she is missing, is this relationship with Christ, this emotional relationship where you have the empathetic feeling of being able to feel what he feels, feel what his disciples are feeling. And that's not to say anything bad about her as an individual, because I think that comes with time. And in her mind, she may be a Christian and she might hold all the right Christian beliefs, but she hasn't passed that threshold where her heart emotionally is united with the heart emotionally of Jesus Christ. And that really brings a new meaning to my religious faith. And it's not just about the fact that someday I'm going to die, and I'm closer to that date now than I was 20 years ago. While that is true, that's not the only reason that my religion is becoming of greater meaning to me. It is because I am starting to feel an emotional connection with my Lord and my Savior, Jesus Christ. And it often comes from sharing my faith one-on-one or in a small group with somebody else.